That's so funny. I love that.
Hold on. Oh, did it end you? It bounced you off. What did you print?
What?
Just a random document. You have to stop.
Okay, are you ready?
You
We're
can't.
about to live on Instagram. Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live. Hold on. So now I just need to go live on my. Oh, it just dropped you again.
Wait, really?
Oh, wait. Now I have to put you back in the studio. Hold on.
Wait, I'm not in the studio?
Wait, hold on. Oh, there you go. Okay, you're back.
I think I am live with you. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Well,
But we're going to find out right now. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. I am. All right. Awesome.
So let me pull this up so I can see.
Wow. That was actually kind of complicated.
Yeah.
I know a lot about Instagram, but that was insane.
Did it go? Okay. So we've got 2 viewers on Insta. Hello.
They'll pop up.
Thanks, Tony.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
What's going on, guys? We're going to get started in a little bit. We just want to get some more viewers on here. Hello, Mario. Hello, Albert. Hello, Brian. Hello, Frank.
Where are you seeing all of this?
You should be able to see the comments on the app. It should show you. Inside of StreamYard, you should be able to see who's on there.
I am on StreamYard. I am on StreamYard.
It should. I gave it an option thing to be able to see.
I see private chat and I see comments. Did nobody comment yet?
Yeah, it should show the comments. Let me close out of this. 1 second.
All right, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Still learning. It takes time. Takes a lot of time to get used to this.
I could honestly, at this point, I'll just check the comments on my phone. I think I can do that.
You can. You just have to separate it.
I could literally just join it from my other Instagram.
Yeah.
Next time we'll try to link both of my Instagram accounts and we could, we can do it that way.
Let's see. Oh yeah, the way that I set this up is showing better.
It doesn't say that I'm live.
We got Jimmy and Tony T in here. We have like after hours royalty. That's crazy. Both of my bros.
Gigi, I don't think I'm live on Instagram.
You're not live?
No.
Wait a minute. What did you? Okay, so after you enter the key, you have to go and press live.
Oh wait. Okay. Oh.
Okay. No.
So
you're live now. So it says podcast talk. So I just saw that.
Jeez Louise. Hold on. No, I have to double check because I don't believe that I'm live. Oh, I am.
You are live. I just saw it.
That was more complicated than it should have been.
It's showing that you're live now.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's give it like 2 more minutes and let's see who else.
I'm going to go
turns on.
AC down a little bit. I'll be back.
Okay. All right. So let's give it 2 more minutes, guys. And then we're going to get into the chat. So basically, like what we're doing is we are actually putting together a pretty serious podcast, and it's going to be insane. You guys are friends and family. You guys are kind of our test. So we are working on our chemistry as co-hosts, and then we're also developing some of our content. And we're still working on a name for the podcast because obviously I'm the book of Gigius, so Jenna would need to come up we need something that kind of is both of us. And the topics that we're going to get into are going to be a little bit more more sensational than maybe Facebook and Instagram friendly. We plan on having like all types of guests and different things like that. It's going to be really good. But for today, our topic is going to be hookup culture. So that is something that everyone can get into, with the whole thing of like the situation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think definitely the world is ready for something like that.
I think so. Hold on, my kid's bothering me. Sorry.
No worries. Okay. All right. So basically, being a modern woman in 2025, it's kind of crazy. And like with the change of like modern dating, I don't think people really date the same anymore. So I feel like hookups and situationships are just a lot more prevalent than they used to be.
I think so, and I think it's because most people, I would say, I can't say everyone. Most people are probably scared of commitment.
Oh, hi, Steph.
And oh my God, Steph, hi.
Right. We need her on the
I
show.
know, we really do.
Yeah.
I messaged you and you never responded, Steph. I miss you so much.
Yes, we both miss you.
We do.
So, little thing about Steph, and before we continue with everything, I think I was like her team leader in Bible study when we when we were kids. I'm a little bit older than her, so she was best friends with my stepsister Faith. So we went to the same church, and she hung out with my family. So yes, and a lot of people don't know that, but now that like some things have changed, I can let the world know that. So my family actually loves her very much. So it's good to see you, Steph. Okay. All right. So let's get back into it since I so rudely interrupted you. All right. So back to what you were saying about hookup culture.
So I don't think that hooking up is necessarily a bad thing.
Okay.
But the difference is that there are people that are looking for genuine connections, and then there are people that are looking for just a hookup. So mentally, you just have to compartmentalize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you can do that easily, you kind of have it all figured out. Because that's kind of like where I am right now in my life. Like, I do not want to be in a relationship right now. I cannot. Like, I literally just got single. All I want to do is like experience friends and fun times and memories and just different things. You know what I mean? I don't think that I do obviously want to find my person. Everybody does, right? But I don't know if I can be in a committed relationship right now. You know? And I think that's where everybody is. But then everyone's always chasing a dopamine rush, and then when that dopamine goes down after they hook up, they feel empty, and it's like this really weird cycle. So it's like, how do we, you know?
I don't think everyone's there so much anymore. I think that with the changing political climate, I feel like hookup culture is slightly dying. And I feel like that has a lot to do with we were talking about earlier, the whole trad wife thing. Um, a lot of internalized misogyny that's actually, coming to the forefront. But in addition to that, I feel like we're getting back to traditional core values, or what is seen as traditional core values. And I feel like that pressure is more on women. Um, so, and I think in the last few administrations, women had like more rights. We were not judged as harshly for making certain types of decisions or leading certain types of lifestyles. So I feel like a lot of people are pushing back into marriage, traditional, family, man head of the household, leader, protector, woman, nurturer, caregiver, and all of that in the home. I think that we are kind of moving back into that. The only thing I feel like that's holding back everyone from just basically stepping back into the 1960s, because I literally feel like that's where we're going, um, is the economy and the inability to only have the male figure in the household, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a man. Obviously, that could be a the masculine in a female or gay relationship or lesbian relationship. But I feel like we're I won't say we're taking steps back. I feel like we're kind of evolving, but we just don't have the ability to evolve back into that. So, I mean, what would be your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it's like almost the opposite.
Really?
With you, yeah. I think that marriage is completely like, I wouldn't say it's completely dying out, but it's definitely not as traditional as it was before. It's definitely not as like you said, everyone's just live-in girlfriend boyfriend stuff and situationships.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that there is a lot, I don't know, I just have so many thoughts on it. Like, I know so many people that are in marriages and it's either completely transactional, you know what I mean? Or they're literally just settled and comfortable.
Okay.
And that is just like not something that anyone wants to be in. So they prefer to be alone. That's just my thought process on it.
I could see that. We've
Yeah.
got some comments. Hold on. Mr. Rise and Grind says breaking up after a long relationship is exhausting, so most people want to just be single without answering to someone. So that was probably in response to what you were saying about being newly single.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, that definitely does feel good. But also, it's like, it's just kind of hard. Like, you have to like find your person. You know what I mean? But I feel like with the way things are in this day and age, that might not happen. And you should like have to like be okay like being alone.
okay.
You know, I think that there's so many expectations. Like, men expect so much from women, women expect so much from men. It's like,
So you don't agree with having those expectations?
I hmm I do, only if the person can live up to them. Remember that reel that you sent me earlier?
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Same thing. Somebody can't be your everything, you know?
So let's see. Albert was saying, when we say hooking up, did you mean random hookups or hooking up with the same person? Just no emotional attachment. So when we're saying hooking up, we're talking about random hookups. We're talking about like situationship hookups, and we're talking about like obviously once you open up your body to someone, there becomes some sort of small emotional attachment. So little to no emotional attachment, I would say. Um, Rise and Grind says our society has pushed us into a situationship culture. Many are far removed from finding love and long-term relationship, which is similar to what you just said. And then Chrissy, um, the wonderful GM from the Admiral Theater. Throw that out there. She says she agrees. She thinks the socioeconomic culture has substantial influence on hookup culture. And aw, my body agrees with me. Okay.
So do you want to know something crazy? I'm not seeing any of these comments.
Oh, these are on Instagram. So
No, and I'm looking on Instagram and I don't see them. So
yeah, it's on my IG. It wouldn't show up on yours, I think.
oh, okay. Well,
So you have to watch. I have the live video up. So then rise and grind. Back in the day, we had to work for intimacy. Today, it's easy to get.
Yes, that is so true. Any guy can walk into a bar with a giant man bun and just go, "Ugh," and someone could just like sit on him.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is very true.
You just got to have biceps these days. And it's very, it's easy. But back in the day, it wasn't like that.
No, that's true. I just think that it's just gone a little bit too far. Um, how do you feel like women are able to maintain their femininity in hookup culture? I just feel like hookup culture, it's like it's so it's so masculine.
So you could maintain your femininity in hookup culture. I mean, a woman's got to get hers too, right? But like I said, you just have to compartmentalize it. And just if you want to do that, it's almost like you have to compartmentalize that guy for just that one thing, you know?
But you think with like female nature, um, to nurture, to care give, and all of that other stuff, that it kind of takes away from that when you're like when someone is like just hooking up.
If you know how to do it right, no. Because you could be dating around. I'm not saying sleeping with all of them.
Right.
If you're looking for potential and
Mhm.
that guy that you're sleeping with is, do not make him your potential. Just literally, like I said, compartmentalize him to literally just be that. Like, do not text, do not talk. Obviously don't cuddle, like nothing like that. Like in, out, goodbye.
Yeah.
You know? And it's actually kind of funny because I don't hook up, but I'm saying this because
I
if
know you don't.
I know I really don't. I really, really don't.
No.
If I do, that's exactly how I would do it. Like, you know, I mean, obviously make sure he has like a decent character, make sure he's not a total douchewad, but don't see the potential in him. 90% of the time, he's not the one for you. Get that through your head. And if you do catch feelings, leave. Just
Right.
like stop, end it.
So I feel like a lot of women are not in the hookup culture, and I feel like they're like pressured into hookup culture because they are looking for something. Um, they're looking for that connection, and unfortunately, it seems like a lot of men. Oh, hi, Kitty. Hello. Don't let Reese see
Thank
you.
you, Larry.
Aw.
I know he's the
Hold
best.
on.
He's
Let's
been
let
bothering me this whole
wait,
time.
Larry's got to say hi to Reese. Oh, Reese.
Hold on. Let's just cats. Oh my god, this is hilarious, Gigi.
And they're like, and that's why both of those bitches are single.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm I'm happy being single though. I'm just like focusing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So, all right. So Chrissy said, I also believe that the fact people no longer meet organically anymore has influenced the way we perceive, approach, and engage in relationships. Bingo. I feel like everyone has like this short ass attention span where they're like that's why on TikTok, and you were telling this. I did a long video and you're like, you have to shorten that video. No one's gonna pay attention to that. And that's in general. That's relationships, that's everything. Like everything in our culture right now is literally like 30 seconds.
Because everyone's looking for a dopamine rush.
Yeah.
How I feel.
It's
Like,
like, yeah. You
yeah.
have 30 seconds like that that one meme. Literally everything is rushed. You have 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I can't do that. All right, so let's see. Larry says we're awesome. Hi, Larry Goon. Larry Goon is the creator of SexCon, guys.
Oh, hi, Larry.
Let's see. All right, so Mr. Rise and Grind.
That's awesome.
There's too much emphasis on guys versus girl. Both sexes want to smash and dash or be friends with benefits. when men and women are total horn dogs for each other, I do not agree. So like that hookup culture goes truly against it goes against, I feel like, female genetic makeup. um I think, yes, people are looking for instant gratification without without any recourse or anything like that. But I feel like that we have kind of shifted to that versus in different eras where the goal wasn't per se to be like a complete boss babe, which we both own. We love being boss babes, but
Like being called a boss babe.
yeah,
I don't like
but it's it was different. That your ideals were to have your amazing, have your family and your children, and you cook, you clean, and your household, and your husband, uh, being sharply dressed before he went to work, and all of that. These were reflections of what you are or what you were as a woman. Now, on top of those standards of taking care of children, rearing children, or giving birth to children, taking care of children, taking care of your household, and taking care of your man. In addition to that, now you need to work, you have to provide, you need to do XYZ, and that's a large part of the population. And if you don't, your household suffers. Um, I think a lot of that again goes back into that. Let's see, Albert. I always thought hookup culture was better for straight heterosexual women because of the orgasm gap. Um, no. I mean, what do you think, Jenna?
um like I said, it's like my views are like a little different.
Mhm.
I think it's fine if that's all it's just going to be for two people. But it's like, can you both? Because men can get attached too, just nowhere near as much as a woman can, for sure. Can you both be on like the exact same page with it
Right.
and be able to move on from that? So,
Yeah. Well, I think with the orgasm gap, honestly, there are modern advancements in toys and all that other stuff, which are a lot safer than going out into the world and finding, random dick for for lack of a better word. Um, and also, if you're with someone that you care about and you love, they're going to put forth the effort to figure out how to please you.
I will be 100%. There is no toy out there, and I have a whole shelf of them. Okay? No toy out there that is as good as the real thing.
Yeah,
Yes, 100%.
that I would agree. But the thing is like, so that the orgasm gap thing, that was a thing, I would say, up until the last like maybe 25 years ago. I think when women really started standing up for themselves and asserting themselves. And the orgasm gap just doesn't come from like sex itself. It's also because of the way that most women process things. We aren't just like, I mean, some women are just now, but like women are just not like hot and ready. There's like some women there are different things that turn us on. It could be, music, sense, smell, a conversation, something that someone said. It isn't just
Foreplay.
it's yeah, foreplay in general, which a lot of men don't get, that women do need foreplay. A lot of men are just like, let's go, and that's a no-go. So it's like the orgasm gap is because women have been silent for so long about the things that are necessary to get them to where they need to be. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Um, I agree.
Yeah.
Great. They have been pretty silent for a really long time, but I think that it's like just communicate with your partner.
Yeah.
I need X, Y, and Z to be ready.
Right.
Um, but I do want to touch back to like, okay, so you actually know this girl. She was at my house yesterday. We were
Okay.
talking. We were talking about actually we were talking about hookup culture and everything. So this is perfect. So she said that back in the day, she would sleep with guys to get them to like her.
Hmm. Okay.
And I want to actually talk about how that would never happen. You
Mhm.
cannot pull in a man by hooking up with him. You
All
can give
right.
him as much pussy as you want. It will never happen, you know? Um, and I think that a lot of girls still like they still do that. And
Oh, they do.
that's wild.
They definitely do.
I think that men fall in love through authenticity.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, they'll never fall in love with sex. No, because we produce significantly more oxytocin than them. So we think that by doing it, they're going to bond to us just as much as we bond to them. That's not true.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. Oh, let's see. My cousin Monica was in a 10-year marriage with a grown child. And when you don't pray and focus on yourself, you settle for someone that isn't your person.
That is true.
Yeah,
People lose themselves in relationships all the time.
that is 100% true.
Yeah.
And you lose yourself and then you don't know how to ask for the things that you need. So with the girl, I digress. I just want to make sure that we're reading what everyone's posting. Um, okay, so continue. I'm sorry about your friend.
That's pretty much what I was going to say.
Oh, what she just what I just
Like
read.
she really there was this guy in particular, she really wanted him to like her or something.
Okay.
And, she just kept, giving it to him. And it was just like basically a situationship,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a situationship on his end, just on her end. And I think that's really interesting. So she was obviously not in a good mindset back then. She wanted connection and he just wanted the sex. And
Mm,
there are so many people out there that are like that.
that is true.
That is very true. So there was so I have like so many friends, right? Well, actually, I have three in particular, and they're all completely different. One of them has been in a committed relationship for a little over a year. My other friend is actually 4 years celibate. She's
Well,
like super traditional, super conservative. And then I have another friend that is so deep into the hookup culture. That's all she does. She loves it. She's happy. She's compartmentalizing these guys. She calls me up after and tells me,
oh, roster
amazing.
dating. She's doing
Yeah,
roster
I
dating.
don't even think she's roster dating. I think she just does the hookups. You know what
Oh
I mean?
wow.
And I'm like, good for you, girl. Get it in. She calls me up after and tells me all of the amazing sex that she's having. And I'm just over here dry, like, okay, yeah, yeah. It's hard to listen to her stories. But so yeah, it's three different people that I converse with all the time, right? And their stories and their views and their thoughts are so different. My friend that is really traditional and conservative,
Mhm.
obviously I can't mention any of their names on here, but she just broke her celibacy a few weeks ago
Wow.
with a guy that they connected. They went on a bunch of dates together. She called me and told me he kind of feels like home to her. And I was excited for her. I was rooting for her, but I did have like my discernment. I was like, Well, after they had sex, he ghosted her.
Yeah.
And it was kind of hard on her. She took that one deep. I felt so bad for her. Um, and that is another thing. Like a lot of guys, she was genuinely looking for a connection. He
Mhm.
said that he was looking for a connection. Technically, he did not ghost her. He just didn't message her all weekend and then told her, sorry, I was so busy.
Oh
And so
geez.
she was just like, this isn't going to work because they were texting consistently and then they had sex and then all of a sudden he dipped out over the weekend when they were actually supposed to hang out that weekend. So it was pretty obvious that was happening. So they had to break it off and she was pretty upset about that because she figured, she realized it was all just for the sex. So,
and she probably told him that she was celibate and all that. And that's like the chase. It's a turn on. It literally, men are hunters. Honestly, I feel like if you've got that going on, you even keep that part to yourself.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a born again virgin, basically.
I mean, I got ghosted a few months prior, but I wasn't as emotionally invested in him, so it did not affect me as much as her situation affected her.
Yeah.
But what happened to me was that I just lost trust in every guy because this guy was like, we're going to do this together. I want to travel here with you. I'm feeling really serious about you. I've been waiting for you for so long, blah, blah, blah. Granted, I've known this guy for fucking ever, so that sucks too. But yeah, now every time a guy is like, I want to do this for you. No, you're not. I am looking for a genuine connection. No, you're not. I want to travel. No, you don't. I don't believe a fucking word any of these guys say. I want to help you with this. No, you don't. Everything. Because at the end of the day, in the back of my head, it's always going to be like, he just wants pussy. He just wants pussy. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. So it fucked with me. And that's why I'm like, let's just focus on myself and not care. That is the reason why I don't hook up.
Right.
Because not just because of that situation, but just because I've seen it happen to my friend.
Right.
I thought that it happens to me more because I'm in the industry. That's not true. She's a nurse.
Yeah.
And it happened to her. And she's super traditional. Like I said, she's really conservative. It took her a lot to get there. So it happens to every girl. I don't think that you should hop on the dating apps and just flat out tell every guy, I'm looking for a connection.
Right.
I think that you should hop on the dating apps and be like, I'm looking, of course, in the back of your mind, it's always going to be there, right? You're looking for your person, right?
I'm looking for a man in finance.
Fuck.
I'm kidding. It's
sorry. No, just kidding. But I think that you should hop on the dating apps looking for an experience because every person that you go out is going to teach you something different.
Right.
Not just about them and not just about men, not just about the dating world, but about yourself too. I just went on a date last Tuesday.
Okay.
And it turned out great. He was great. He was a gentleman. He was really sweet. And I'm going to continue to go on dates because everything is an experience. Right. But just have conversations with people. That's it.
Yeah, it's going to be an actual date where they go home at the end of the date.
Right. We went out to dinner and then we took a really nice walk around Fulton Market and it was fine, Right.
That's the connection that people are missing. I think people go on these coffee dates.
Yeah.
Where it's they meet someone at Starbucks for an hour. It's you're at Starbucks. What are you going to learn about someone?
No, some guy asked me out for coffee and I said no. I don't do coffee. I do dinner.
Coffee's a no. Coffee, tea, or he.
Or a drink at a bar, please.
No drinking either, because that's a way to wear down your defenses. Oops, hold on. We've got some comments here. Wait, okay. So we are all happy being single until we run into that person that quickly changes our minds. I never believe when people say they just want to be single. Okay. All right, we'll come back to that. The conversations are based on our unique experiences. You disagree because you haven't heard these people. My experience is different because I've been in conversations with women who want sex and men who want sex. It is fairly equal between men and women until the intention changes and someone wants more. So the only reason that I would disagree with you is because I also work in the mental health field and I encounter a lot of people that say the opposite.
1 second.
So, okay. they say the opposite about their experiences sexually. I talk to a lot of women that are or that have previously experienced trauma, and a lot of times um, engaging in hookup culture is a it's a part of trauma. There's a father wound or something like that, or there's something that they are searching for. Um, I still feel like it goes against like feminine nature, but we'll come back to that because there's a lot here and I want to read them all so that we are keeping everyone engaged with us. Albert, random line made me laugh. You got it right. It's true. Random dicks. Random pics of random dicks. That's what a lot of girls get. No man or woman is a sexual monolith. We get turned on and climax from different ways. Agreed. I think the reason why couples agree to swing is because they have varying levels of attraction and desire, but they still love each other, just desire different things. Totally. A question for you both. When it comes to hookup culture, have you heard more men or women speak of only hooking up with people with status or money? Okay, so do you want to take that one or we'll both
Wait,
take it?
what was the question? I can't see the comments.
Okay, a question for you both. When it comes to hookup culture, have you heard more men or women speak of only hooking up with people with status or money?
I don't know why a woman would, at least for me personally,
Mm-hmm.
you're just going to hook up with someone. Why does it have to matter about their status or money, right? Unless if they're buying you things, being a
Okay.
sugar daddy to you.
Um,
Like when girls kind of brag, like, oh my God, I slept with this like multimillionaire. It's like, okay,
right, right.
it's this, you just got dick. Like
You,
it's the same thing as if you slept with a broke guy.
you hooked up with a guy on a yacht. Did he give you the yacht? No.
Congrats.
So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I do hear girls. I've heard women brag about hooking up with men that are of a certain financial status or maybe in some sort of position. But the thing is, it kind of goes over our heads. Number one, because we know so many influential and powerful men. So for someone to brag about those things, okay, but do they consider you a friend? Are they actually treating you like an intellectual equal? No, you're a piece of ass to them if that's what you've decided to do. And as far as men, I've heard men actually brag about hooking up with girls with certain types of money, or the big thing is, I hooked up with this OF model, or I hooked up with a porn star. Okay. Um, but how did it benefit you? Like, she's not going to date you. And if you're looking down on her, you're not going to date her. What did you gain from, bragging about that? You sound like a bro. Like, you sound like broke because what did you do for her? And 9 times out of 10, if you're bragging about it, you probably paid for it. So, and that puts you at a whole other level. But that's I could go on about both sides of that, of people bragging about the type of people that they hook up. I personally am against hookup culture, so I am the negative on this. Jenna isn't actively involved in hookup culture, but she is liberal in her views, so she is the affirmative, just so you guys know. So that's why I'm like about it, and she's like, yeah, cool, kind of whatever.
And so a big reason why I'm not involved in hookup culture is because I like to protect my energy.
Okay, that's
Like,
the thing.
um, you do exchange energy when you sleep with somebody. And if that person's got a lot going on, you're going to feel it in your body. I
Yeah,
just believe that. I believe
yeah.
that. Um, sorry, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Oh no, we were moving on. So it's you had already answered it.
But I
There
also want to talk about why would anyone brag about sleeping with anyone? Like that's crazy to me.
I mean,
Because
okay.
Like,
again, it goes back to in the masculine, men are hunters. It's like when they shoot a big buck or they go and they shoot like whatever they like to shoot, deer, what I hate. I I I literally hate hunting. When they shoot big game animals, anyone that wants to shoot big game animals, you should just go shoot yourself or whoever's out with you. You guys turn the gun on each. That's a whole. I shouldn't say that on here. But anyways, um, I digress, and I'll delete this because when I become famous, someone is going to play that back. But yeah, but men have been hunters, so to conquer the biggest animal or the thing with the most status,
the most hard to get person.
yeah,
Yeah,
or the
absolutely.
or the buck with the biggest horns,
And
or the
that's why,
girl with the biggest butt.
as a woman, you have to keep your eyes wide open for that
Exactly,
and just
exactly.
know the game.
Very true. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with coffee dates. Um, Personal opinion. I also encounter people in mental health who say the opposite of you as well. My brother is a clinical psychologist, and we have convos about this. Okay, but like, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I am just saying that this is what I personally encounter, and maybe I am leading the conversation slightly accidentally because of my views. Or you know what? Sometimes when you're in a room, you can sense that maybe someone's not that into what you're saying. I have a pretty strong presence, so I who knows, but I'm not disagreeing with you. So, oh, Mr. Bigwig CEO is here. Oh, hi, Thomas. All right, you should be honored. I'm fashionably late. Got to keep the crowd guessing. Oh, no. Here we go. All right. Rise and grind. I agree. I am also against hookup culture. Don't want diseases or soul ties.
That's another thing, the diseases, dude, it's crazy out there. All of the crazy crap I hear, I'm like terrified.
Right. But like for me, I mean, all of that stuff's it's scary. But for me, um I feel like that level of intimacy is just it's when it's set up for a relationship, I feel like it's you and whoever you intend on being with.
I
Uh
actually find it really weird that there's only 9 people from my live stream.
really?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I just joined my own live and I don't know.
Then if that's the case, we are probably being censored because we said dick and
We probably said a lot of those things. Or maybe Instagram doesn't like StreamYard.
it could be. So we'll try a different approach to it. Oop,
Instagram will do that. They just like it when you go live with just Instagram.
and they also don't like profanity or nudity or any of the other things that we've talked about here. Instagram hates sex. And so does Facebook. Let's see. All right, hold on. I agree. Again, okay. And then Bigwig CEO says, I don't hook up just to hook up. If I'm giving a woman my time and energy, it's because she's earned it and I expect the same in return. All day J, 100% about energy exchange. Um, oh, Albert says, I love it, Gigi. You want all the smoke, a true animal lover. Yeah, don't. I'm not going to use profanity because Instagram doesn't like it.
Don't do that, Gigi. You will get banned.
Don't F with animals. Don't F with animals. Don't F with small children. Do not F with elderly people. Do not F with disabled people. There's a whole list. The meek, the mild, and that sounds very biblical because it is. We need to protect them. We do not need to go around harming people, but animals in particular. That's for another live. See, Albert, you got me started already. I don't need to go back into that. Okay, Mr. Bigwig, there's actually real data behind it. Higher body counts are linked to lower marital satisfaction and more breakups. Okay. Hey, Jason. Um, Mr. Rise and Grind. I agree, Gigi. I'm just saying two things can be true at the same time. Bigwig CEO. Running through bodies isn't a flex for men or women. It just shows you lack standards or control.
That is 100% true. I agree with that.
Okay. And Rise and Grind agrees with Bigwig. So my body count is one. I'm built for loyalty, not rotation. Oh my God. Let's see. Albert, don't get shadow banned. We're already shadow banned. um, banded Peter Ram.
Yeah, we're shadow banned pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I can't see who is in my room, which is also annoying.
You should be able to click on, it's not showing you.
I want to see who's watching this.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay.
I know everything about Instagram and I don't know anything about the live, but I will figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do some checking on it, but this is temporary anyways.
Yeah.
So again, we just want to let everyone know we are putting together an official podcast. So basically, you guys are a part of history. We are testing out our chemistry, how we interact, and also kind of how we bounce off of each other with the different topics and stuff like that. It says if you're not shadow banned, then you're not doing it right. I am shadow banned because of a couple of my other accounts that I manage for clients that are in some interesting industries. One of them has a high follower count, and for some reason, their engagement is a little bit better than mine. But I think it's because it's extremely organic. People are just going to that page on their own. But yeah, I definitely see that we have a little shadow banning. All right, so hold on. We've got some comments here that I missed. Oh, Yvonne, I love her. LMAO, walking away with empty pockets I get with someone because how they make me feel. It's the vibe for me. I know a few guys that brag about certain types of females, 100%. Hi, Sinatras. That's my birthday twin. Lee, that's like my brother from another mother. Hello.
I should try linking up my Facebook next time.
It's about loyalty and respect. The pussy is a bonus. It's not about love. I keep hearing that. So
hi,
I was reading this thing where it was saying basically that men don't they shouldn't marry for love. I don't know how to feel about that. It was basically saying that what Lee said, they should marry for loyalty and respect and then learn to love. And then it was also saying that a man should fall in love or should marry a woman that loves him more. Now I've heard the reverse.
There's a whole reverse to that. Yeah.
My mom always told me to make sure that I marry a man that loves me more. And I understand that to a certain extent. But basically what it says is that woman will do anything for that man. And it's like a whole string of postings on this one Instagram account.
Hi, Jordan. Sorry, I'm just catching up with my comments. Phil has a question. Phil, what's your question? Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Read them.
I just think you have to find I would just want to say though, I just think you have to find your person.
Right.
Like the person that you click with. That's really all it is. Just like match energies, match ideas, match what you guys are looking for, but also like how are they like as a fucking person? You guys could both be looking for the same thing, but if your personalities are two completely complete opposites, it's not going to work. You know?
Okay. So like there are so many different types of relationships like that. So you have like your one where you have like that insatiable like lust and love for someone where it's just like they can't keep their hands off of each other and it's very volatile and there's jealousy and all of that, but that's like that crazy burn. But then you have like, I feel kind of like the slow burn where it's very slow and easy, and these are the type of people that wind up staying married for years without drama in their marriages. But do you ever feel like in those type of relationships, because it seems like they're missing passion, do you feel like they are ever truly with the love of their life, or do you feel like they are
Settled.
do you feel like it's like, and settled is the word that people often use, settled,
Comfortable.
comfortable, yeah.
Um,
What would you rather have, the insanity, or would you rather have like where you know like your life is going to be planned out this way and things are going to go accordingly and you can trust the person and they're loyal and they're not going anywhere and they're not going to do anything, but like there's not that explosion.
hmm. At least there will be stability.
Right.
Um, yeah, that's actually a really good question. Which route would you rather go, Gigi?
I'm not really sure. I feel
Yeah.
uh, like what Lee was saying, it's about loyalty and respect. I feel like for men, that's what they choose, and I feel like a lot of times they are choosing um because they're getting that loyalty and respect, and this is when they're what I call their final girl. This isn't their young love, the crazy where they're
Right.
fighting back and forth and all of that. This is like maybe after a man's been divorced or maybe has children or something like that, and he's had like tumultuous relationships. He's finally like, F this. I want a woman that loves me. I want a woman that's gonna like do XYZ for me. She's loyal. She respects me. She follows the ground I walk on. And I'm gonna marry her because she's gonna raise my kids and take care of my house.
But
But
there's no passion there. And
no,
well, I'll tell you this, after a few years, he's gonna get bored too.
exactly.
Get bored too.
They're,
He's
they
gonna
make they
he's
make a
gonna
great team, but the boredom.
yeah, great team, but the boredom, and then the boredom is gonna possibly, and I'm just saying possibly, it could lead to infidelity,
Hmm.
you know? Um,
Right,
and then you just fuck it, or like the woman wakes up every day just unsatisfied,
right.
you know? So,
I feel like in those relationships, people wind up taking each other for granted.
oh, 100% they do.
If you don't feel like, I feel like in a relationship like that, that's where like they're not telling the wife that she's beautiful or that you uh or that you want her, you desire her. And then I feel like on the flip side, that's when the woman starts dressing like crap, doesn't take care of herself,
Mhm.
maybe gains a lot of weight, but they're still settled and they're okay. And it's just going with the status quo. And there's a lot of people that live that life.
Most people do, yeah.
Most people do live that life, and then they're out in the world, kind of searching for some strange. That's what I'll call it.
Mhm.
They stray.
Yeah, they do, for sure.
Yeah. So, all right, well, let's hear it. Let's read some comments.
And this is why I'm going to stay single for a while. Because I don't want to be in another relationship where I'm just settled.
Right. You don't want to be settled and bored.
Or I don't even want to be in a relationship where I'm comfortable.
You don't want to be comfortable?
Well, I feel like comfortable, and I guess I was just putting comfortable and settled like as the same thing.
I
But
think comfort's different.
comfort doesn't let you grow. You don't grow out of your comfort zone being
Okay.
comfortable. Like, for example, in my last relationship, we were just chilling. We were very comfortable. We had our routine. Obviously, there was some crazy shit in that relationship too, but
Yeah.
the day to day was perfect. We were both working on our money, working on our you know what I mean? Like on paper, everything was literally perfect.
You guys were like super successful.
What?
I said you guys were actually like outsider looking in.
On paper.
You guys were killing it.
On paper.
I know. I know.
um there was
Hey.
extreme comfort. Like neither of us were growing.
Yeah.
I was certainly not thriving in that environment at all,
Right.
you know,
Mhm.
and vice versa. So, yeah, but if you think about it, it was all kind of mapped out. The dog, the family, the
Mhm.
friends, the
Yeah.
money, everything. That's perfect for someone if they're totally okay with settling, knowing that this person is not their person,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
And that's yeah. And a lot of people are, like, totally fine with that. It's like a dream come true, except the person's not your person.
Yeah.
I was not okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you rather have that, or would you rather have just your person, but like in a crazy ass, just like situation where it's like,
I don't think your person is going to be in a crazy ass situation with you. That's not your person then. That's just a crazy relationship.
yeah,
You know, mine was like a little bit of both. In the beginning, it was crazy, and then it just turned out to be settled. You know what I mean? It was like the passion in the beginning and the crazy, insane fights and whatever, and then it turned
mhm.
into like stable, but they're still not my person. You know what I mean? But I don't think your person's gonna come to you in an insane situation.
Oh, someone has a question for you. So Reyes122, it says, as a model, do you consider the men you collaborate with to be random or a mutual beneficial relationship?
Very
Because
mutual.
I was logged into Jenna's, but it wasn't letting me comment. Sorry. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh, oh, interesting. Very mutually beneficial.
Okay. All right.
Every
So check out Dee Dee's, Riva, Anton Daniels, MTR podcast. They discuss these same topics. Definitely. Oh, and it's Tay Baby. Okay. Albert, so with the subject of energy exchange and keeping from STDs, it's safe to say that would hookup culture, friends with benefits is better because you know the person? Absolutely not. Because I feel like the thing is, once someone lets their guards down, that's the person that's going to give a high five or whatever other STD. I think you're more apt to say protect yourself or be more intelligent if you are involved in hookup culture with someone don't uh that you don't trust. I feel like you're going to like trust your friends. I don't agree with any of it per se, but I think like unfortunately in situations like that, I feel like your friend is sometimes your enemy. I don't know. What do you think?
What was the question? It's better to be friends with benefits because you know them, you know that they're
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
STDs and stuff. You better really know them, you know?
Know them like looking at test results, know them
Yeah,
because
get tested. That's another thing. If someone's not providing me with a fresh test, there is absolutely no way.
right,
Yeah,
right. I agree.
that's all you have to do. It's so simple.
Yeah. Mr. Rise and Grind says every relationship I've been in, my partner and I always got tested together before sex and retest 4 to 6 months after. That's so smart. Bigwig CEO. She didn't grow up respecting her father. Don't expect her to suddenly respect you. Um, so that I don't know where that would tie into anything. Um, I feel like that's not exactly true.
Who?
Um,
Who didn't grow up respecting their father?
we were in a point with the conversation about respect. So
Oh,
he said if she didn't grow up respecting her father, don't expect her to suddenly respect you. It depends on if her father was worthy of respect. My dad was in the military. he my parents were divorced when I was pretty young, but my dad, he was young. He made some interesting decisions, but as a man, he was always worthy of my respect. But there are plenty of men that are not worthy of respect, and women still respect men. There's also other father figures in your household, your grandfather, your stepfather. Like, I had the most amazing stepfather, may he rest in peace. Um, he was a doctor at Loyola. He loved to golf. He was an amazing role model. And yeah, so just because someone doesn't per se have their father in their life, or there might be the appearance of them lacking respect towards their father, you have to understand the context before making that judgment call. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts,
Yes.
I I just texted you telling you I gotta log off, but I have to log off because I'm actually going live on my page right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then we'll
I
cut
thought
it
this was
short.
gonna go until 9.
Okay, I'll read the rest of the comments on here. So we will make an announcement about our podcast next week, guys, and the name and all of that other stuff. But we're gonna get hard to work on making this happen. So, all right, Jenna, have a good night.
It
Bye.
was nice talking to you guys.
Yay. Okay, so let's. Okay, all right. So my questions are. All right, hold on. Let me set my stage up properly. I'm still learning how to use this, guys. Hold on. Let's get rid of this. Okay, well, looks like looks like I still have to work on this. All right, so the next thing is men and women both have a final partner that eventually checks off the right boxes. We all settle to a degree, as the perfect partner doesn't exist. Bigwig says men will stay loyal through boredom, stress, even disrespect. Women leave a good man because the spark is gone. That's the difference. Men grind through it. Women romanticize escape. Bigwig CEO, Rhea's second year question. Okay. Rise and grind. Putting too many expectations on each other is a recipe for disaster. You grow to a point of maturity when you realize the things you thought you wanted didn't matter. Rise and grind, hookup culture, whether a friend or stranger is still a no-no. You can't control what someone does. Let's see. Hello, Armand. Rise and grind. You can't, they'll be honest. You say anything when it's time to bust a nut. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If her father wasn't worthy of respect, she either learns what a real man looks like or she carries the same broken lens into every relationship. Hey, Chrissy, a golden rule of relationships, and this rule applies to sexual facet too, is once you and your partner stop being the best version of yourselves, the relationship will spiral and often does spiral. And you can't trust they'll be on. Okay. All right. So let's go back over a couple of these since I've read them. All right. So where were we? Okay, so men and women both have a final partner that eventually checks off the right boxes. We all settle to a degree, as the perfect partner doesn't exist. I agree with that to a certain extent. A lot of people are making the choice to stay single or stay celibate. It's increasing a lot. Um, so I don't 100% agree with that. And actually, some new stats about millennial women will show you that a high percentage of this generation is deciding to stay unmarried, single, and with no children, which is scary. Obviously, that's the push. That's why we're having such a huge push on abortion rights and, pushing people to have children and getting back to traditional relationships and all types of other amazing agendas. Um, but yeah, so I don't know. I really do think that it's starting to change. And then Bigwick said, men will stay loyal through boredom, stress, even disrespect. Women will leave a good man because the spark is gone. That's the difference. Men grind through it. Women romanticize escape. I don't agree with you there. So many women stay with men through everything, like just insane variables, and they are there building up and nurturing these men. And men will actually leave, okay, the minute that the woman doesn't look sufficient to their desires or wants. Women tend to be the ones that are fighting to keep relationships against their better judgment, against the judgment of their friends, their judgment of their families, and everything else. So I think that that's incorrect. In bro world, the propaganda will teach you that, but that's totally not the case, especially in this modern day and age where a lot of relationships are they're 50-50. So women in the past, they didn't have the ability to leave because they didn't have the money, but now women are choosing to stick around in situations even when the spark is gone for various reasons. Another reason I think that on both sides they're choosing to stay past the spark is financial. You cannot live in this economy as a single man or woman for the most part and really fully um, enjoy your life. I think single income households are really feeling it right now. There is an increase in roommates, there's an increase in all types of different types of cohabitation relationships. There's even an increase in polyamory where everyone in the household is working. So just so you know, the world is definitely changing in that way. Putting too many expectations on each other is a recipe for disaster. You grow to a point of maturity where you realize things you thought you wanted didn't matter. Um, Flip side of that is you actually need to have expectations in a relationship. I feel you need to set guidelines for the things that you want and that you desire. If you don't, you're going to be upset and it will lead things into a horrible direction. If you don't expect a man to teach or treat you a certain way, you don't expect a man, let's say if you are submissive, to lead your household, and you just go around and you're the one exuding all of the dominant energy. Like, you have to have expectations of yourself and of your partner. Many couples set things up in the beginning like, okay, I'm going to make XYZ amount of money and you're going to, stay in shape, do this, do that, whatever. These are caveats that people are setting. I feel like you constantly need to set expectations. Um, let's see. Golden rule of relationships, and this rule applies to sexual facet too, is once you and your partner stop being the best version of yourselves. I completely agree with that. I feel like your partner is a reflection of you. And that's why when you see a man with a woman that I won't say that he's destined to be with, but is healthy for him, you see a complete glow up. You see a change in his attitude. You see a change in the way that he dresses. You see a change in like his self-confidence and all of that. A good woman or a good man will change a person in a relationship for the best. Just like when you're with someone that you shouldn't be with, you see it glow down. You see just basically the light leave from someone's eyes, and it's like the saddest thing that you could ever imagine. Let's see, because they're looking for a perfect partner, so they'll stay single in hopes of Sierra's prayer. That's why you're saying that women are staying single. No. I think a lot of people quit looking for the perfect partner a long time ago because there is a strong disconnect between um, male and females. It's just it's an insane thing that's happening right now. Men and women stay single out of frustration, yes, and bad relationship choices, but will concede when a better person shows them something new and different. It depends. Sometimes you can be so jaded and so stuck within your head that you look past good experiences and good relationships. You're just so hurt. I think a lot of people do that. Crazy how men are the problem, but 70% of divorces are filed by women. Here we go with the bro stuff. I'm not going to even dignify that. Unrealistic expectations. The Pop the Balloon show is a perfect example. I will agree with you there. You'll have like a super duper handsome man that has his whole life together come up there. Maybe he's a little bit nerdy. And these women, some of them, they look like they just stepped out of the barnyard and they're popping the balloon on the guy. Oh, he's a goofy. It's like you would never even have a chance to meet this man in real life. He wouldn't even look your way. And even if like you didn't pop the balloon on him, he's definitely popping the balloon on you. So I do agree with that. 90% of educated women initiate the split. Bigwig, are you trying to say that we should not be educated? Are we supposed to go back in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant? Women more than men tend to approach relationships with unattainable standards. I don't agree with that. Women voice our standards. So like some of my basic standards, I expect men to act like men. I expect men to open doors. I expect flowers. I expect I expect leadership. They're not unattainable. They are basic things. But what I bring to the table personally is worth so much more than that. All right. It's 9:30, guys. I do have to go. Thank you so much for joining our live. I'm so excited for our podcast. It is going to be out of this world. Oh, hi, Marissa. I just saw that you're on Facebook. Check out The Lead Attorney on YouTube. I definitely will check this out. DM us if you have any ideas or anything like that. And we are still looking for help on how to figure out what our name is going to be. So please DM me any ideas. Everyone have a blessed and fruitful week. And I will see you guys next Monday. Thank you for watching. Make sure to clean your kitchen before you go to bed. My kitchen's clean. What are you talking about, bro? Anyways, bye. I can't stay with Book of Gigius for her. I can still keep my lives for me, but we need a name together. So let's talk about it next week. Bye.